Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. It's Alexis.
Alexis.
You're in. You're on speaker. Ooh.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what's up?
Oh my god. Are you guys still there? Should I call?
No. We're actually shooting like we're shooting my final episode, so it kind of works out.
What do you mean your final episode?
Well, we only have 2 more episodes after this, so this one's gonna be like. So this isn't gonna be our next episode I drop. Like we're gonna drop this as our last episode. And it's gonna be like my final goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What happened? You overslept?
Yeah, I was litty.
Yeah, I see. It's all good though. It's all good.
Okay, sorry guys.
You're alright.
Okay.
This is. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish recording this, so I'll catch you.
Okay. Oh, were you in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
We're
bye.
gonna keep this in.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this in. So say hi.
Okay, bye.
Bye. What's going on, guys? My name is Amari. I'm your host of the Sophomore Tea, and welcome back to our last cup of tea. If you couldn't tell from the title, this is my final episode. It's been a journey, and it was a great one. I first want to say thank you to everyone who supported me, my friends, my family. Shout out to all the departments that came on. Shout out to all the guests that I had. I could go on forever. Shout out to everyone who's reposted me and said good things about you. I couldn't be where I'm at now if it wasn't for you guys. I just want to start with I guess my reflection on the entire thing, the purpose of why I did this. I had really no intent of even starting any type of podcast at all. One day, my boss just came up to me like, hey, they want you to do this thing. And I was like, all right, whatever. I always did like to public speak. That was kind of my thing. But I didn't really have any intent. And I went to Kate and she had talked to me about it. And just the idea of being able to just help others, that kind of really drove me to the position I had. My first couple of years, freshman, sophomore year, I didn't really do much. It being COVID as well, there wasn't much to do at all, and that kind of like closes you off. You feel kind of lost. You can feel kind of stuck, and you don't really know what you want to do with your life, and that's possibly one of the scariest things you could ever go through. And one of the main purposes is why I was so intrigued by this idea, why I wanted to do it so bad, is because I never wanted anyone to feel like how I felt my first 2 years. It was rough, and like I said, you just kind of feel lost. So that was essentially my main purpose of coming on here. And I feel as if so far I've been able to do that. I've been able to give that good, authentic information to you guys, and that was my main purpose. I know it's so easy to lose resources because you just don't want to reach out. And also, you're not really seeing it from a student's perspective. You're seeing it through people that, what is their credibility? So that was another main thing. I wanted to show that, hey, I'm a familiar face, and, I've gone through the same experiences as you. And no matter how lost or how stuck you feel, there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever you're feeling now, whatever you're going through, it's completely normal. And that's probably one of the biggest things I want to stress to you about. There's no reason to overthink it. There's no reason to stress, because I promise you, in the end, you're gonna be doing great things. Over the last 4 years, I've gone through plenty of hardships, from finances to relationships to stress to a whole lot of things. And I want to give 3 things that I feel like were the most beneficial ones, or pieces of advice that I have that really pulled me through and got to me where I am now. I'd say number 1, I'm gonna just start with the most important one. The importance of being your true, authentic self. When you put yourself in a position where you're kind of living for other people, you don't really live. You're kind of in this shackle, in the chains of others, when that's no life you want to live. You really start to enjoy the things that you do when you kind of put all your focus on yourself and do things that truly make you happy. We're only here for a very short amount of time, 4 years, sometimes 5. And after that, it's just about you. The things that you may hear or things that others may say, they really become insignificant after we're out of here. So in this time, just really just focus on yourself. And that kind of piggybacks onto my second advice. Really invest in yourself. This is a time where you really aren't confined to too much. You kind of just get up, go to class, come back. Some people may get a job, but other than that, you aren't really confined to anything crazy. In this time, this is your chance to go invest in yourself. Go get routines going. Start getting things for yourself. Start building who you are as a person. Start, if you want to focus on your health. A big thing for me, a big resource that I had was going and working out, really investing in my personal health. You don't have to go crazy with the dieting, but just things that enrich your personal health or your life as a whole. Really focus on those things, because this is the time to do it when you don't have to stress about countless other things that really don't really matter, but this is your time to do that. And 3, my last and final one is put yourself in uncomfortable situations. I feel like we're always, every day we're limiting to ourselves to whatever situation we put ourselves in. If we don't put ourselves in uncomfortable positions, how are we ever going to really grow as human beings? We are essentially whatever we put ourselves into. So if we just feel like we want to be comfortable every single day, that's all we're ever going to know. And this is probably one of the most important ones that I ever took advice from, is because I wouldn't be where I am now. The people that I've met, the experiences that I've gone through, the connections that I've made really shaped me into the person I have. I wasn't a very outgoing person at all my first few years, and just meeting people and going to clubs, participating in anything that happened at CCSU really kind of just enriched my experience as a whole. And those 3 things alone really will just shoot up your experience, not just in college, but just in life. And those are my 3 big things. And you could look at me and be like, I'm someone random, but I've done this. I'm in my 5th year now. Like I feel like I've done enough. I've had enough experiences to put something back behind those 3. Looking back on my last 4 years and the experiences that I've gone through, I really grown an appreciation for what Central has done for me as a person. We aren't the biggest school in the world, but even just this little place, it felt like home. I felt like a sense of belonging, and that was all on Central. The things that the activities that they throw, the people that it brings together. We aren't the craziest biggest place, but the community that we have here, it really felt like a home away from home, and that's probably the best thing I'll remember from Central. I've met some of my closest friends, people that I'm going to talk to for the rest of my life. I've met them here, and that was just because of the community that Central, and all of that was only possible because of the community that Central is building for the last 175 years. All right, so here's my sophomore tea. My sophomore year versus now, I think the biggest theme of my sophomore year was loss, feeling lost and not knowing what to do. And I just kind of want to give my piece on what to do when you're in that situation, because I feel like a lot of us go through that in our college career, just kind of feeling lost or stuck and not really knowing what to do. I'd say the biggest thing is to keep a good support group around you. It's really easy to indulge in procrastination or laziness and just kind of losing that accountability for yourself, because when you get to college, you have this giant freedom bubble that you have now. You don't have teachers and guidance counselors looking over your shoulder now. So it's really easy to lose that accountability. The people that you surround yourself, the environment that you put yourself in really kind of build you and really define your character. So if you surround yourself around good people who keep you accountable, it's really easy to get through those struggles, because you start to see like, it's not just me. I'm not really going through this alone. And that was my biggest thing about it. I met some really great people who really kept me accountable, and I kept them accountable. And that's just how you kind of go through it. College is not easy, so you guys are all doing the same journey. So it's nice to see that people are doing it with you as well. Second, I always, in all my episodes, I always stress this, to get involved when you're just going to school and just doing it for just to go to class and come back home. It's really easy for college to seem like a chore when it can be so much more than that. For me, it was getting involved in being an RA. A lot of people, when they hear the RA job, they think we're just school cops, when it was so much more than that. It isn't just, the job is more than enforcing policy, but it's building a community. And that's really what I was about. It really takes that chore of having to go to school every day, and it really made it something that I was passionate about and something I really enjoyed. It wasn't just about, going and getting a grade, but it was about meeting new people, creating connections and making new memories here at Central. All right, cool. So as we come to our end, what's next? What's next for me? For those of you who don't know, I got a job offer. I'm working at now, my internship. I'm going to be an engineer there, so that's where I'm going to be at. I'm also going to be moving in with my best friend Ryan, who I met as an RA. So that's also where I'm going to be at. And then I'm going to be walking soon. So if you guys see me, don't be afraid to come up, say what's up, grab a pic. It is what it is. But yeah, I just want to say thank you again for the time that we have. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed. Yeah, thank you again for everyone who supported. Again, shout out to all you guys who repost me and talk good things about me. I really do appreciate it. Wouldn't be here without you guys. Hopefully next season I can come back in and be a guest. Give you guys a little update on what's going on. From here on out, Alexis is going to hold down the fort for right now. Shout out to her, and peace out.
I just chug the water and then.
All right. Okay.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
All right.